Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. First off, before I continue, spoilers. Oh my God, spoilers. You've been warned. Um, we heard good things about this. The what do you call it? The Batman, the movie. And normally, I gotta apologize. First off, out of the bat, right out of the chute. I normally do movie reviews because my political stuff is pretty harsh, and my gaming videos don't really, sometimes they're a little harsh. So I try to do TV and movie reviews for, to break things up, to be a little more, a little more fun. We watched The Batman, and spoilers, this is quite possibly one of the most atrocious movies I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God, it was bad. I have seen low budget B-type movies with more writing, attention to detail in the writing than this piece of shit. I've dubbed this the emo Batman because this was a teen angsty. He looked like he was going to burst into tears at every freaking word. He even had the hair hanging in his face. I'm not joking. It was bad, folks. It was bad. I wrote down just a few things here while it was fresh in my mind. This is by no means all of it, trust me. But I wrote down a few things so that you could get an idea for this. But before I do, let me highlight who's in this. Robert Pattinson plays Batman. I don't know anybody else in there. Nobody else that I mean, the guy who played Gordon I've seen him in some other things, and he's a good actor. He was in the M. Night Shyamalan thing, with the sea girl, what's her face, the redhead girl with what's his face's daughter. Hang on a second. It was Lady in the Water. He was in that one, and he's a good actor. I like him, but I don't know anybody else in here. I think Colin Farrell played the Penguin, and he's a good actor. I like him, but I don't think there was any amount of good acting that could have saved this turd. To start out with, in this movie, Batman starts out as a vigilante. The police do not like him. Nobody likes him. There's 1,000 freaking cops out looking for him at every turn, and he's hated by the police. Yet, a police lieutenant, the police allow him to put the bat signal on the roof of the police station and use it to call this wanted vigilante, this criminal, for their cases. Okay? And this is from the start of the show. Yeah. First one. That's the first mistake. And it got worse from there. They allow the Batman to tour through crime scenes because evidently he's the only one who can find clues. They have an entire police department with forensics and detectives and like that, but nobody can spot clues. The crime scene photographer had to wait for Batman to look at something before she photographed it. It was crap. There was one scene where they had a crime scene and they taped it all off, and the Batman breaks in because he's got to go find something that was at the scene, and he goes in, and they've got all the evidence in plastic bags still at the crime scene, and it's all labeled evidence. Nobody took it downtown. It was still in the apartment. Chain of custody is shit. There's not a criminal in the world. A mass murderer would get off there because there's no chain of evidence. Batman, supposedly touted as the greatest detective in the world. The world's greatest detective. That's what it says on comic books, right? I've been collecting comic books my whole life, since I was 6. And the greatest detective in the world didn't know what a carpet tucker was. He thought it was a chisel. And again, spoilers, and I'm sorry, but this is complete and total bullshit. Obviously, Batman doesn't know what basic tools are. So my fear would be during the course of his investigating something, he's going to go into a workplace environment, and my God, they've all got utility belts. They're fucking tool belts, you idiot. There was one particular scene that really bugged me. Actually, there was two that really bugged me. The first one was a scene where he's fighting in the dark with a bunch of guys armed with submachine guns, and bullets are flying fucking everywhere. Oh my God, they're everywhere. Okay? Yes, his suit is armored, and yes, submachine guns use a small caliber like a pistol cartridge. And so, yeah, his body armor could absorb it. But there were bullets flying everywhere. Now, nobody shot him in the fucking face. Not one. You can't make this shit up. It was so damn stupid. The other one that really bugged me, the Penguin. They were interrogating the Penguin. Evidently, the Penguin is a better detective than the Batman. And he was actually more helpful to the investigation than Batman or Gordon. It's the blind leading the visually challenged. And then we found out why this was so bad. This guy who, by the way, wrote and directed the movie, evidently they couldn't get a director worth anything to sign on to this piece of shit. So, the guy who wrote it also directed it. And we know why it was so bad. This guy is he's responsible for Felicity. And oh my God. And that Cloverfield bullshit, he was in it with J.J. Abrams apparently for that. And now he's writing a Batman movie. I don't claim to be the best writer in the world. I don't claim to be the most I don't, with the most attention to detail or anything like that. I don't claim to be the best. But I know 5-year-olds who put together better plots than this. I know 5-year-olds who play games out in the yard who put together better plots than this. This was absolute and total bullshit. I do not recommend seeing this movie. Like I said, normally, I apologize, normally I do movie reviews because, I want something upbeat. But trust me, you want to stay away from this stinker. Don't waste your money even if you have a streaming service and you're watching it on the streaming service, it's a waste of time. It is absolute garbage. Oh, and let's not forget Batman being afraid of heights. So, honestly, I've seen a lot of superhero movies in my day, and I've seen a lot of movies, and I watch movies, and I was speechless. There was three different times in that watching that movie where we just, all three of us, my wife, my son, and I, we burst out laughing because it was so damn stupid. You cannot sell anything about this movie as being a serious Batman movie. People, we heard good things about this, but it just goes to show you that quality writing is dead in Hollywood. There is no... I don't know what the hell to make of this. I really don't. Stay as far away from this piece of shit as possible, okay? I don't normally put bad reviews on a movie, but this one begged for it. This one this one begged for it. I try to do standouts, but honestly, I don't know who sold this to a movie theater, but that guy is the standout because he was able to sell this piece of shit and get money for it. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, like I said, this is the Batman with Robert Pattinson. Avoid it like the plague. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.